Welcome to Curiosity Lovejoy. I'm Brett Nichols, your source for curiosity and practical ways to find more love and joy in life. Today I'm just cooking dinner, um, so let me take you through the ingredients. Um, I for the first time in my life, kind of am going through the grocery stores, and I haven't really seen so many empty shelves. So since I know how to cook, I'm kind of grabbing ingredients that maybe a whole lot of people don't know how to cook that are, there's empty shelves, and then you walk along, and then there's like 20 bags of whole spelt grain, or, oat groats, or mung beans. Anyways, let's get to the ingredient list. We have whole spelt grain, and spelt is a relative of wheat. I think it's like more ancient wheat, but like in the same family of wheat. So for gluten people, if you really wanted to remake this recipe for some reason, you could use whole oats, or any thing that you find gluten free, that any grain you like, really. Um, I mean, there's an Ayurvedic dish that has like mung beans and rice and turmeric and a whole bunch of stuff, and I was doing that for a while, and I like it, but I don't find myself like strictly adhering to it. So we got the spelt. Here we got mung beans, MUNG mung beans. For spices for tonight, coriander, whole coriander seed, whole cumin seed, whole fenugreek, and then some peppers from my garden last year. Shishito peppers, Tabasco peppers, and actually, I think this is from my friend's garden from 2 years ago. Some Thai red bird peppers. This is a frozen chunk of Thai basil from my garden, which I like to just kind of chop up, chiffonade, and freeze either with water or oil. This was frozen with water. Had I had like an ice cube tray at the time, I probably would have made ice cubes out of it. I had a whole bunch of basil harvesting, so all of my ice cubes were full of Genovese basil, and the Thai just got frozen in a block. All right, so we're gonna be cooking with coconut oil, or ghee tonight. It's gonna be coconut oil. Celtic sea salt. It's an interesting hot sauce that I got for Christmas. Umami hot sauce. Seed Branch is the brand there. And some andouille sausage from the grocery store. Uncooked, raw sausage. And just shout out to my previous video. All right, let's get cooking. So I am using the Instant Pot. So I'm going to turn it on here, maybe. There we go. And let's see, what setting am I actually using it? I'm using it on the steam setting. I think normally when I'm using grains, I would pressure cook. I don't know, trying something new. So we're going to add not too much, maybe a tablespoon here of this coconut oil. And I actually just seared some beef in here earlier for lunch, and so I kind of like left it so it's got like a bunch of flavor from that earlier. Anyways, that'll start getting warmed up, I imagine. And again, if you were gonna make this, I would in a separate pan, like, toast all of these spices, the chilies, these seeds, the fenugreek especially, and put in like a spice grinder and grind. I kind of like the chunks, and I know I'm going to be cooking this for a good long time, and they're going to kind of soften up. If you've never seen fenugreek, this whole fenugreek seed, whoa, all right, there we go, is they're like real chunks, real hard chunks. It's almost like gravel if you were to eat it raw. So, a spice grinder is nice here. And to kind of toast them ahead of time, it makes it easier to spice, but it also, to grind, but it also brings out like oils and enhances the flavor. So let's see, I'm starting here with coriander. I'm putting about a tablespoon of coriander. And let's see, some cumin. Cumin's pretty strong, so maybe more like a teaspoon. Wow, that smells really good. Of cumin. Now, fenugreek is exceptionally strong, and it's earthy. It kind of has like a molasses note almost. It's really fun thing. But I am going to add like just a pinch. So let's see. If you were to see that in my hand, just 11, 12, 13 little seeds. Not much. You add too much and it really sticks in your mouth and overwhelms kind of everything else. Alright, let's start with the Tabascos. As you can see, I kind of got like orange, green, red, yellow. I think, you're supposed to have a long enough season that they all turn red. Here in Colorado, not so much. I'm going to add about like that. They're pretty spicy. They have a wonderful flavor. If you go on Tabasco, this is like Tabasco sauce. If you go on their website, they'll give you the recipe. And it's just you grow these peppers, Tabasco peppers, which I find at the local nursery, just actually right up the street. There's like an organic, low water local nursery that's awesome. So I grow out the peppers in the season that I have. And they, Tabasco's recipe says you mash up you puree the peppers and mash them up with the 2% salt and ferment them in, I think it's oak barrels for, 2 years. So go do that. Or pick up a bottle of Tabasco for $2. Grow the peppers, though. They're really fun, and they look cool. Most peppers, grow down. These peppers actually grow up from the branches, and they're really fun to have in the garden and really, really peculiar flavor. So the next are the shishito, which I also have just green and red. Shishitos are kind of the opposite. You're supposed to pick them when they're green and kind of just pan fry them. I've never tried a shishito pepper in something like this, so I'll try it out. And maybe next video I'll remember to let you know how it is. So I am going to add about like that of this. So yeah, the pan's getting hot now. Kind of stir everything up. It's smelling good. Alright, now these Thai bird peppers. Which Vicky grew beautifully, so they're all harvested exactly how they should be. Shout out to Vicky, amazing gardener and landscape supreme. All right, so I am going to add quite a lot of these, and the one that I just dropped on the ground. Alrighty there, and now the Thai basil. This is a pretty big chunk of Thai basil. All of that's going to go in there. Yeah, that's smelling good. Okay. I think those seeds toasted pretty good in that time. That basil is going to kind of stop the seeds from toasting and more like just start everything cooking. Add the spelt. If you're making this recipe, go ahead and rinse your grains. Maybe measure them too. That looks like about a cup, a little less than a cup, 3/4 of a cup of the whole spelt. Mung beans, I'm going to add quite a bit less, maybe about 1/3 of a cup. Yeah, pretty perfect. All right, give that a little bit of a stir. Smells wonderful. Splash a little bit of that in there. All right, now, andouille sausage is something that comes out of Louisiana, and I most often find it already cooked in the store, and it's okay. But the places, the grocery stores that I find that are making like a uncooked, like a raw sausage that you have to cook yourself, tastes supreme. And I'm not from Louisiana. I have never had the Louisiana version of andouille. Bucket list for sure. But this is what I use. This is what I like. So throw that in there. Couple of dashes of this umami. This is less for the heat. I have all those Thai bird peppers and the Tabasco. They're hot. They're not all that hot. The Thai bird peppers are going to be hot. The shishitos aren't hot at all. This has some heat. I'm using this mostly for richness and for like the umami qualities. Now you can't see, but I'm adding about three good dashes there. Now this Celtic gray sea salt, wonderful, wonderful stuff. I'm gonna add a good healthy tablespoon, maybe heaping tablespoon of that, and we're gonna top it off with water. Maybe kind of stir it around one last time. Top it off with water. Go in to the 2-quart level. Put the lid on this. And it's going to cook for 55 minutes from when I started. So, cheers to all of you out there surviving this time, being alone, and or being with the ones that you live with. And cheers.